Hello, everyone. In this video, I'm going to be covering Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, released in 2004 and directed by Michel Gondry. The film is a wild and emotional ride, built on incredibly quick editing, trying to make the audience absorb as much about Joel and Clementine's dynamic and its meaning as possible. I watched this film after I had first seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, and they both have massive similarities. Being a huge fan of Everything Everywhere All at Once, I was able to appreciate this film as well, with its emotional surrealist montages and style of editing that really enhanced the uniqueness of the film. Today, I wanted to cover three different examples of transitions that occur within the film. The first transition I wanted to cover occurs about a half hour into the film, where Joel is talking with Carrie about Clementine's decision to erase her memories of Joel from her mind. Carrie comments on Clementine's impulsive personality, saying that's how she's always been, and that she decided to erase the memory of Joel almost as a lark, meaning that Clementine did this impulsively and almost carelessly.
Clementine, she's like that. She's impulsive. She decided to erase you almost as a lark.
Oh, Lark.
Joel sits in the kitchen thinking about what Carrie just said. He repeats a lark back to himself before it hard cuts to Joel sobbing and banging on the steering wheel alone in his car at night. This hard cut slams the audience from a regular casual conversation in the warmly lit kitchen immediately to the isolated setting of Joel's car in the dark of night as he breaks down. The line almost as a lark is an important quote in this transition, as the transition represents how Joel feels about this statement. Carrie's delivery of the sentence displays the regular nature of its impact from Carrie's view. Just as Carrie said before, Clementine is impulsive, so this behavior from her isn't unheard of. However, the hard cut to the car represents Joel's view of the sentence and its impact, showing that Clementine's carelessness towards Joel as a person impacts him incredibly hard. Joel now feels smaller than ever in terms of the history of Joel and Clementine's relationship. This is shown in the scene following right after, where Joel barges in, wanting the same procedure to be done to him immediately, as if he's doing it in spite of Clementine. He's thinking that if Clementine could throw away what they had so easily, then he should do the same. This hard cut really drags the audience further into Joel's perspective compared to other characters in the film, and allows the audience to relate more to his character. The next transition seems like a bit of an illusion. It gives the appearance of moving to a different shot, but it's actually all shot in the same take. Because this film plays around with the idea of memories and their physical collisions, and that this is all in Joel's mind, the film is able to use the surreal and abstract to their advantage. At the beginning of the scene, Clementine is aware of the situation with Joel. Joel is in the middle of a procedure that would erase Clementine from his memory, but Joel doesn't want to go through with it anymore. Clementine suggests that Joel finds a memory that Clementine doesn't belong in. Joel thinks for a little while, and he recalls a time where he was staring out at his bike in the rain when he was a child. It begins to start raining inside, where Joel and Clementine sit, and the camera angles itself towards the bike, now sitting inside as well. The rest of the scene shows Joel behaving like he was as a child, with rain still pouring down. It cuts back to the present and the past in rapid succession, which is a great way to make it seem like the two memories are blurring together. This scene is a great example of the film's editing style. It reminds me of Sherlock's style of editing, which also uses quick and abstract cuts and gives the show a fast pace, just like the movie does. The last transition I wanted to cover shows Joel's impulsive decision near the end of the film to take the train to Montauk instead of going to work. I love the scene because it shows that even though his memories of Clementine were erased, he is still able to be impacted psychologically from his relationship with her. It's mentioned many times throughout the film that Clementine is impulsive, so Joel's impulsive decision to take the train to Montauk was very Clementine of him. even though he has no recollection of her existence at this moment. Onto the actual transitions, we see Joel awaiting the train, and he's moving around like he's hesitant, and the audience doesn't know why. The cut to Joel running to the other side of the station tells the audience why immediately, which mirrors the impulsiveness of Joel's decision. It reminds me of the video showcased in the module where the man can be seen running towards the door, and it cuts to a different shot once he swings it open, particularly in this shot when Joel also swings the door open as he runs into it, which adapts the same style of editing. The editing and emotional storytelling in this film run parallel and support each other. Every cut and transition has meaning and connects directly with the characters. Thank you guys for watching.